The character of Buffy the Vampire Slayer has had a fascinating trajectory for her life and career, especially when audiences consider how both extend into the Boom Studios comic book franchise. When the television series first aired, Buffy Summers was a teenager who reluctantly took on the responsibilities of the Slayer, but by series' end, she excels in her role and paves the way for a new generation of Slayers to follow. Fast forward to Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer where, after watching that same new generation of Slayers die in front of her in a newly dystopian world, a much older Buffy has become something of a jaded recluse until she reluctantly takes on a whole new responsibility, raising and training a child. The series introduces Thessaly, a seemingly normal teenager, when Buffy saves her from a vampire attack. Thessaly quickly reveals she had been deliberately searching for Buffy, convinced she herself is the next Slayer. Things get especially surprising when the first issue concludes with Thessaly revealing that she's actually the daughter of Willow and Tara. In the next issue, Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer #2 by Casey Gilly and Joe Jarrow, as Thessaly expands on her origins, she reveals her magic powers kicked in at an accelerating rate around the age of 8. As it turns out, Thessaly is a mystical powerhouse. Before she, her wife, and their coven were assassinated by those opposing her efforts to heal the sun, Willow sends her daughter to train with Buffy, even though in the future, a treaty between humans and vampires makes this illegal. Nonetheless, Buffy begrudgingly takes on the task of training and raising the child. By the series' end, where a depowered Buffy has her happily ever after with Spike, Thessaly is ready to become the new Slayer, which is a fitting way to end Buffy's run as the Slayer. It's repeatedly echoed throughout the series that Slayers aren't expected or meant to live long. Even Buffy expresses it in the final issue, saying that she always thought she'd die in battle, never expecting to live as long as she has. This idea plays into her exhaustion throughout the series. Not only does she manage to defeat previously established expectations for a Slayer, but she also earns her rest through the work she puts in for Thessaly. Buffy's run as a Slayer ends with a bang, but not one resulting in her death, and even her near death is merely a footprint compared to her actual impact. It's through the journey she takes to train the next generation of Slayer. Buffy simultaneously redeems herself for the tragedy that befell the previous potential Slayers and recaptures the spark of love and adventure in herself she lost when that tragedy happened. By embracing her wisdom and experience to strengthen the next generation of Slayer, Buffy finally earns the rest she so desperately needs, not only figuratively but literally, as she's depowered following her final sacrifice. Thanks to her own tutelage expressed in the Boom Studios comic series, the former Buffy the Vampire Slayer can rest assured that the next generation of Slayer is in good hands.